Slash visor! Slash visor!
Look at me, Kai. Look at my goggles.
Oh. I noticed that, yeah.
I can RP as a real cowboy, and when I go into battle, I have
put the goggles on.
Yeah, I mean business. And especially when it's high noon.
Oh no.
I'll be right back.
Okay.
Okay.
I gotta go put something in my armor check.
What's up, Pearl and Tiaru?
Hello.
Hey, someone else lives in Puerto Rico.
What?
Oh.
Cool.
Where'd you come from, Kai?
Costa Rica.
I mean, it's the same brown country, I guess.
No.
God damn it.
Wow.
Not even brown. Oh yeah. Most of us aren't.
You like your guaro?
We do.
You're in a bad mood, but you showed up. Thanks, Pearl.
Paladin. Black mage.
Oh, are we live now?
Yep. I'm just finishing touches. Aw, thanks for following. Lewd Owl. Questionable username, but it probably checks out, so good on you.
I find it funny.
Okay.
Alright, so for this podcast, not everyone's going to be here. They're off doing other stuff. Kai's stuck in Crystal Tower, making out with Grahatia.
I'm right next to you.
Where? Oh yeah, I keep forgetting your
Good job.
I keep forgetting your bitch face McGee now.
Bitch face McGee.
Look at him. You can't tell me that's not true.
Bitch face
What instance are we
McGee.
in?
Instance one.
Instance one.
And Ophi's off doing his own thing, and Philo's fishing because he wants money.
Philo's gotta make them shekel.
Stupid can't even remember what his friends look like. You guys Fantasia and shit all over the place. I don't keep track of it.
Excuse me.
You don't. I've never gotten you wrong. Relax.
Damn right.
I have used one Fantasia in the entire, 5 years I've been...
Yes.
I haven't used one because I'm true to my character.
Philo's ugly. He needs to write his fanfic, not fish.
What the fuck?
Christ, our viewers are hostile.
Where'd you get that minion, Kai?
What amazing. Oh, it's from the Fate. The same Fate from the Froggy costume.
Oh, so you get those from Fates. Okay, I didn't know that.
This is nice armor.
Okay, so we're just gonna go through the entirety of Shadowbringers here, beginning to end. It's massive spoilers ahead. Do not leave now if you don't want the story to be ruined for you. If I get halfway through this, and I see someone type in chat spoilers, I'm gonna ban you from my stream. There are no consequences, but I will ban you.
We should put, spoilers in the title.
It's in the name. It's in the name. I put it there. So, we're down Palador today. We got Zinvo, we
Hi.
got Kai,
Ah.
Philo,
What up?
we got Astrid,
Hello.
and Ophi.
Eh,
And me, but I don't count. So let's
Who
move
are
on.
you?
Yeah, exactly. So let's start at the very beginning. Did anyone else find it super jarring that we just kind of get thrown to the first?
No.
No, not really.
I found it jarring because they're like, "Oh, we're gonna go investigate this trench we found," and I was like, "Okay," and then you find this tiny piece of tiny item, and it just throws you to the first. It's like, fuck it, you're there.
Well, I mean, firstly, you're in a trench near the Crystal Tower. Secondly, like, all of the last patches and the last expansion were like, okay, your friends are basically being abducted, you're next. So it's just like, it was to be expected that we were just going to get thrown right into it.
We were just gonna get abducted.
I skipped that cutscene.
Of course you did.
I don't know. I did find the cutscene when we're flying through space really cool, though. Because
What-
That
don't
was
for-
really cool.
Don't forget
Yeah.
the part where the item had the fucking Ironworks logo on it. Like,
yeah,
what?
I did.
it was an altered Ironworks logo. It was weird. The twinning kind of explains
It was
all
from
that.
Peach.
Ooh, I like that
Okay.
palette.
Yeah.
Oh, what the
Yeah,
hell? Nice glamour.
You can have my seat after I vanish into the duty.
The duty finder.
I said duty.
There are cutscenes in this game. Ask Jonathan.
God damn it, Jonathan. Leave.
I
Wow,
love that palette in here.
it does look really
It's so
good.
cool.
Jonathan's gonna find out about the story today.
Did anybody else see Harshafant during that cutscene though?
I did!
Was he in one of the crystals?
Yeah, he was.
That's what I thought.
You watch him
He was
die.
really cute.
You watch him die again.
LOL.
Oh my god.
It's his last line in the game. So yeah, you watch him die again. Thanks, Square Enix. So getting to the first, did anyone else like how we just magically find the first versions of the merchant we meet when we first start the game?
That
Yeah.
was really cool.
Yeah.
See, that kind of confused me.
I mean,
And then he
unless
gets fucking eaten right away.
I was mad. I was like, no! I thought he was gonna have an essential role in the story this time.
They gave 0 fucks. Like, as soon as you enter, the first person you meet dies. That was great. Like we're not fucking around anymore.
GOT
Wait, who's that
combat.
guy?
Yeah,
Wait, someone died?
yeah, right. Like with the first 2 cutscenes of the game.
Oh yeah, I mean the ones I skipped.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, you meet the merchant that talks to you when you start the game, but like the version of the first, and then the Viera kills a Sin Eater, and it has his ring. So the Sin Eater ate him. Wow.
See, I didn't know that was a merchant from the first.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the merchant we meet when we start the game. That's
you
just the
start the
first
game.
that's just the first version of him. And he
Okay.
makes fun of you because
See, I don't remember that. That's so long.
It's been a week.
Xana says he felt bad for him.
Dare you?
But anyone else like how the Exarch came to us? We didn't have to go fucking find him.
Yeah, I was surprised by that. I was like, oh god, we gotta fucking spend like 3 hours trying to find this guy and go through all this fucking red tape.
I
He
mean,
was so excited too.
technically we did kind of have to go look for him.
A little
Well,
bit, but we didn't have to go
Wait a
far.
minute. Yeah, that helped.
So I like if you talk to what's her name? I don't remember, the Vera guard, Lena, and you just tell her straight up, I'm from the source. She's like, the fuck is this?
She's like, you're making up words.
So, when you get to the Crystarium, it's really cool. I actually spent a good amount of time running around the Crystarium. And getting... And this is when I Fantasia'd too, so it was magical.
It was maddening.
It was not.
I can't see Super the same anymore.
Why not?
No.
Because you were the gambling cat boy that would always wear gold saucer gear.
I am still wearing gold saucer gear, technically.
No, you're not, you heathen.
It's the same thing. But
I'm keep telling you, it's like Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. Now it's just Mr. Hyde suit.
yes, dude, I loved having to go around and talk to all the like integral NPCs in the Crystarium, and they actually gave them little roles and stuff, like the crafting NPCs, and then even the librarian gets a bunch of lines for some reason.
Librarian, I love him.
I don't know how he survived.
I will protect that man with my life.
He's
Beautiful.
He's just trying so hard. He's so excited to teach us about how the flood happened and everything. He should be a teacher.
It's like, finally someone who doesn't know and hasn't heard the story a million times. Let me divulge all the details.
Here's a 10-minute cutscene.
Stay a while and listen.
No.
In my day.
Oh God.
The Haradric Cube.
And then there's that point right before you're gonna enter the Crystal Tower because he wants to talk to you, and you're like, "Where's Grahatia?" And he's like, "Who the fuck are you talking about?" And I'm like, "I know," because I looked at all the data mining stuff. I was like, "I know it's you. Don't fucking lie to me."
I didn't look at that. I didn't want to spoil, but you
I
know
had a
it's
sneaking
Grahatia.
suspicion.
I was like,
Fully know it's him.
it's either Grahatia or like someone from like he fucked someone at some point or something.
It's Grahatia's kid. And then Kai gets really sad.
I really fuck Grahatia's. No.
No.
Never mind.
Book 4, says Xana. Elunar says I liked those picture books. They were really nicely illustrated pictures. I gotta give them that.
I love that they were like kids' books. They were like, hey, here's some like children's books for you.
And then here's Dead Minphilias.
Yeah.
Aww.
I was like, wow,
That was so sad.
this children's book is not pulling any punches. And when you finally get in the tower, he's like, lol, I kidnapped you. And you're like, where are my friends? And Grahatia is just like, I brought him here, but time skip happened, so Thancred's been here for like 5 years.
Thancred is salty as fuck.
Thancred is mad, but we'll get to that later. Yustola and Urianger have been there for 3, and the twins have been here for 1. And we're not talking about if they're legal or not. Everyone keeps asking that question on Twitter. I'm not answering that question because I don't know how this thing works.
Who's legal?
I see so many Twitter posts like, are Alphinote and Alice legal yet? And I'm like, no! Stop!
Yeah, but can we fuck them yet?
No! No.
Are you sure?
No! Stop!
There's been some time shenanigans.
Stop! Raz wonders where Grahatia hides his ears. Very carefully.
What?
They're crystal.
He just tucks them back.
Just puts the hood on. So he explains all this shit to you, and he's like, we need to kill light wardens. And then, right on cue, Lena runs in. Old Meister Switch is under attack by a light warden. It's like, oh, okay.
Convenient.
How convenient. But, yeah, you have to, like, go find the twins and all that stuff before that. Also, that Sin Eater transformation was amazing. Please make more content like this.
I skipped that
face
cutscene
melting.
too.
Oh Oh, that was
that
gruesome as shit.
horrible.
That was
Horrible.
amazing.
That was the most horrifying cutscene I've ever seen.
So what you're saying is I should go back and watch it?
You
Yes.
should go fucking
You
watch
should.
that shit.
You should go watch it. It was amazing.
It was great. Like, it was...
It caught
was
me off
insane.
guard. Like, it was that detailed. I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
they put that in a cutscene? Like, holy shit.
I was like, okay.
Did anybody else get like insanely dumb fuck mad at that kid who was gonna eventually probably die anyway?
Yeah, yeah. I was like, you stupid kid.
But then at the end, he was like looking at the sky. He was like, oh. He does remember her.
It does.
If you go back now to the inn at Journey's Head and talk to him, he actually has dialogue now. Granted, it's not any actual words, but he breathes. Breathes.
Oh, nice.
He's improving.
And then Tesleen is just melting.
Tesleen is just dead.
And Alice is just crying. Poor Alice.
Xana says she deserved it for the lack of awareness. Listen here, asshole.
No, she was nice.
I mean, you only knew her for like 5 minutes, Kyle.
But she was so nice.
She was.
She made me dinner. She made me
like,
dinner and actually talked to me. That's more than I can say than most NPCs in this game.
Wow, you're easy, Super. Damn.
Hey, I like food.
Take note, girls. If you want to get Super, he likes food.
I love food.
I think anyone likes good food.
Except me.
No.
Astrid hates food because she doesn't eat.
Hmm.
Raz says they might need to buy a new nectarine for him. No!
No.
I went through all that trouble of trying to save him. He can't die now. So,
No.
Homemeister Switch is probably one of the best dungeons ever in this game.
It
I-
is.
Honestly, kind of getting back to the whole cutscene thing, like in the past, like say for an example, Stormblood or whatever, like all the cutscenes are just kind of cut and dry. Like, oh yep, some dialogue. Okay, now you got to go over here. After seeing that cutscene, I'm like, okay, like this expansion is the story's going to be intense because there are people literally dying in cutscenes. And like their face is melting. It's like, okay, here we go. This is I gotta be prepared for this shit.
I was...
Like-
oh, go ahead, Kyle.
It was like she got stabbed, and you're like, oh no, she's dead. But then suddenly she starts glowing, and her face starts melting, and she goes bald. It's horrible. It's a horrible cutscene. It's amazing.
It was very
It was-
scarring for some of
It was
us.
very terrifying.
It was so scary.
And I thought the same thing that you said later that day with the blood. The actual blood, Super.
I know, I
Like,
was gonna bring that up.
On the ground and on the character and then when you're spitting up blood at the very end, it's not blood, it's light, but it was very graphic to the point that we haven't seen before in this game.
I know.
Yeah, they're stepping up that ESRB rating.
They're really pushing
Yeah.
the limits as far as they can.
Because
Because
before it'd be like your character just falls over with like a shitty animation. Now it's like.
I chain smoked too much. Ugh!
No, but I was really taken aback by that because I was like, wait, is that stuff coming out of my character? What? Is that supposed to be blood?
If it bleeds, then it can be killed, guys.
Oh no!
Yeah, but it seems like they really... Because they kind of talked about it during Stormblood. They ran into issues with like blood and stuff with the ESRB rating because they didn't want to up the ESRB rating to mature because they'd have to re-release the whole game. But I feel like they just found ways around it. Like, they probably just told the people at the ESRB, no, that's ketchup on his hands. But, because they said, like, we can't literally show people getting shot in our game, or else it'll up the rating so fast. So, like...
You mean like what happened with Grahati at the end?
Yeah, so...
He gets fucking shot.
Yeah, but they didn't show him getting shot. The camera, it was angled so it didn't show it. It just showed... You just hear a noise, and you just hear a noise, and then Kratia falls over, and then you just see emmet-selch with a gun, and so you can kind of put two and two together, and yeah.
Oh no!
Like
emmet-selch shot the air.
I still find that weird that he used a fucking gun when he's got like literally the powers of creation at his disposal.
Yeah,
but
and he just shoots him.
They say it's revealed
Because
through like small portions
it's his
of
character that
Yeah.
it's irony, the irony of it, because he is so powerful.
It's kind of revealed in small lines of dialogue through the wandering dramaturge back in Stormblood, through the Evil East raids, that emmet-selch really has a flair for dramatic stuff and theater. So he loves being that guy. Because that's why Varys is such a massive dick and tries to get theater banned, because he just wants to be a dick to emmet-selch.
I love when he dragged fucking what's his name? I just had his name in my head. La Habrea. He's like, so fucking stupid, and I'm just like, oh, wow, okay.
He's not wrong though.
He's not, but I was just like, the dialogue's pretty good this expansion so far.
Xvix Barkley says, Crystarium's Night Theme is one of the best tracks in the game, I agree, and Raz says it's about sending a message. He didn't want to kill the Crystal Exarch, and he's technically right. He didn't want to kill him.
Oh, good old Christmas Barkley.
And then, like, so I did Homemeister Switch with the Trust this morning because I wanted to try them out. And heads up, they are really slow.
They are very slow.
Yeah.
They don't know how to AoE or anything. But if you get to the second boss with Alice in the party, she gets really upset really fast.
Yeah, she does.
Does she start AoEing then?
No, she doesn't AoE, but she'll just like, she'll dismiss everything. She'll fight normally and everything, but it feels like, I don't know, maybe I've only run like 2 dungeons with the Trust, but it feels like Alice becomes a lot more aggressive during that fight, because she got hit by more AoEs than I remember her getting hit by.
Oh.
So, and then like after the fight's over, they'll kind of talk to each other, and Alphino, because I brought Alphino too, and he's like, what the fuck's wrong? And she's like, let's go now. It's like, okay, let's go.
I remember that too.
I need to do that now.
They do have some interesting dialogue. Homemeister Switch is probably the least populated one though, because Homemeister Switch, you had the Exarch, Lena, Alphanode, and Alice as Truss, and post-game, the Crystal Exarch and Lena aren't selectable as Truss anymore. So Alphanode and Alice are the only 2 that have dialogue in there. Because I tried taking Thancred and Urianger, and they don't have dialogue.
They don't say anything.
Yeah. Stola doesn't either.
Yeah, I think they probably only talk like during their respective areas. So Urianger talks in
No,
Don Meg.
No, they all talk in all the other dungeons except like Yashola won't talk in Don Meg because she wasn't there.
So I guess after whatever their respective areas.
Yeah, it's whenever you gain to them in the story that they start getting lines of dialogue in the dungeons. So like everything after the Revel, the 55 dungeon, everyone has dialogue in every dungeon. So you can get some pretty neat interactions.
So I have to level them now?
Yeah, post game they all get leveled down to 71, and you have to level them all individually. But
like I can't take them into a dungeon?
No. Well, you can take them into the different.
3 of them.
You can take 3 of them into each dungeon, but you have to start with Homemeister Switch. On the upside,
that's fine.
That means that you get every gear drop in there, and you get it's just easier to get items, and you get to pick your own pace. I literally just stopped and went AFK during my dungeon and went and did something for a good 10 minutes and came back and just started again.
If you're tank, what this is what I did. I just pulled one group of mobs and then I just go to my other screen and watch fucking YouTube.
Lol.
Grizzly Savage says, I have some issues with Holmeister's layout. What's wrong with Holmeister Switch's layout? It seems like a pretty good layout to me. And Xmas Barkley says, do you think future patches will add more trust? I don't think future patches will add trust members. I think future expansions will likely add trust members. But because it seems like everything... The only problem I have with the trust right now is that we have one tank and it's fucking Thancred, Mr. Angry Boy over here.
Mr. Emo.
Because he has no chill until you hit Melika's well. He's just angry all the time in every dungeon.
Well, and his personal theme song right now is crawling in my skin at this point.
Yeah.
That's just his theme through this whole expansion is Minfilia.
Yes.
I want Minfilia back. Oh, the real Minfilia.
You're
No.
not the real Minfilia.
You're just a child.
Child abuse.
It just
Like,
kind
he's
of...
mean. He's fucking mean to her.
He's mean to Ryan.
He's legitimately abusing her.
Yes, he's just...
She is his portable ammo refiller.
Yes.
It just kind of surprised me because, like, in Heaven's Ward, like, Thancred is really chill. He's more tactical and always, like, because he ran as a ninja and he was always doing recon. So his attitude is a lot different. Now it's just like, I used to like Thancred a lot, but I don't know anymore.
Grizz,
I don't either.
Raz says,
Yeah.
Homemeister Switch is a straight line. It's boring.
Yeah, I'm very linear. I was
It's,
gonna say
it's
that.
linear, but the forest kind of gives you an illusion at the beginning, and then the town layout is, yeah, it's a line, but how else would you lay out a town? It seems like a good way to lay out your town.
We could have gone in between streets. Like, it could have been a little sneaky, but...
We kind of just charged in,
Yeah.
just saved the villagers.
You know what I do love? That there's a part when there's people running away, and then a Stenier comes out of nowhere and makes them the mobs you have to kill.
Yeah, I saw that too.
If you bring Alice with you during that portion of the dungeon, she'll lament that we were too slow to save those people when you try to run up to them. She'll scold you. She's like, she'll scold you. She's just straight up like, you're too slow. We didn't save them.
You're like, how fast would you like me to run? Because I can only go so fast.
So after Homemeister Switch, it's kind of like
Supa, at that point, in a dungeon in Duty Finder, I don't like where the trigger is for you running. Once you run out of the gate, that thing will fly, and then all four of those creatures will start running at the entire party if you're not paying attention.
That's true. So
Can we talk about Philia though?
what's Philia?
Great fucking boss.
Oh
Final boss.
yeah, it was. I loved the final boss of Homemeister Switch.
Oh, it's so good.
It like makes you look at how fucking terrifying those Sandiers are.
Yeah.
Well, that and also just the mechanics.
The
in general
mechanic,
is
yeah,
just-
mechanically, Philia is a great boss.
Yeah.
It makes you move. It makes you stack. It makes you
We
do.
two-manned it, Supa.
But, oh, yeah, we did.
Which made me so fucking mad.
I had to drop you because you were gonna eat that by yourself, and I was like,
I know,
"Fuck!"
that was the best thing we could have done.
I was like, "I'm making Ashton my dance partner, and we're seeing how far we can go."
At 40, it was like, what, 42%?
It was it was higher than that. It was like
Was
it was like 6.
Yeah, it was like at least 60.
It was like 65
Wow.
because I was sitting there like, oh, the healer died already, and I was like, we should just wipe, and I was like, I wonder if we can do it.
Well, once the healer died and then Zimbo died, I wasn't looking at his health bar at all. I was looking at your health bar going, oh god, okay, cover, okay, clemency, okay.
I was using potions too, so I was trying my best.
it got really sketchy with me trying to break you out of the chain. So at times I'm
I
just
kept
like,
I kept trying to keep up standard steps, so if that happened, you'd at least have the damage buff.
It was amazing.
It was. I love Homemeister Switch. I'm glad it's the first dungeon, so I can level Trust in there. But after Homemeister, it's kind of like entering the chill zone. You don't really do anything for level 72, other than you're like, "Where's Thancred?" And then you get that cool story mission where you run into you drop fucking dream powder on everybody, and you run in.
That was a really cool.
I loved that, but there was a part where Alpha Node comes in, and he's like, I got this, and he casts Stone Skin. I'm like, I'm triggered. He has a spell I don't have. Give it back.
Super, what is that Aeon in Final Fantasy X that was scary as fuck with the chains coming under its, like, neck?
I don't remember.
Oh, the one that was like the dude's mom or whatever?
Yes! That's what that last boss in Homemeister Switch reminds me every time. I can't remember what the Aeon's name was, though.
Oh, before we go on any further, like, can we talk about, like, so at the beginning, even before Homemeister, we have to either go find Alize or Elfino. And on those separate quests, like, when you go visit Elfino, excuse me, it's like seeing the state of, like, poverty and stuff like that, and Yulmore, and then when you actually enter Yulmore, and then all that shit happens, it's like, holy fuck, like, it's crazy to think that there's some, like, corruption there, but it makes sense later on in the story.
It was really good.
That Aeon is Anima, by the way.
Anima.
Yeah, I just found it.
And the jesters, like, being pretending to be, like, really charitable.
Yeah.
Oh my
yeah,
god.
The Jongulars.
Yeah, the junkers.
And that the bread was Sin Eaters.
Oh,
Ew, yeah.
The meal is Sin Eater. Mmm, delicious.
Ugh.
But the thing, wasn't it like bread? Like, how does that work?
It was bread with Sin Eater cooked into it.
I'm just glad we were able to kick Wilford Brimley's ass.
I mean, it must have tasted pretty good. Everyone wanted it.
Well, it
It
was
was
free food.
Yeah.
But yeah, Yulmore is just a fucked up place.
It is. It was very Hunger Games when we entered in there. I was like, okay.
Yeah. It really was.
You'd just scream at Alphino to go take a shower already.
I was like, are they gonna wax me now? Cause, alright, where's my suit? Where's my suit? Nope. Oh, okay.
I don't want to be
Also,
waxed.
cowboys. There's a lot of cowboys. Like, a lot.
There's a
lot of fat
lot. There feels like the reverse here. There's a lot of cat girls on the source and NPC form. There's a lot of cat guys on the first. I don't see like any cat girls anywhere.
I am the only cat girl.
Like even
They really, like, hated cat girls this shit.
yeah, you don't even see them.
It's all about Vieira, yo.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I was saying I'm kind of an endangered species.
You're an endangered
You're
species.
telling me.
Yes, and Ro are endangered.
Lufkin and Raz says there's the fat cat girls.
There's that one
Yeah.
fat cat girl who's like obsessed with you and Alphanode. I forgot her name.
Yeah.
Julia Chai.
Julia
She's
Chai.
actually
The
nice.
China's or something.
China's is the
That's
husband.
Julia Chai, yeah.
She's so cute. I love her.
And she's nice. She's actually genuinely nice.
Yeah.
Her husband is like a timid fuck, but she's pretty good.
Until they.
Has anyone ever seen that old British comedy show called Keeping Up Appearance?
No.
No.
Ah, cause she reminds me so much of Hyacinth from that show. It's hilarious.
So,
Oh, that's a good. See, Ozzy, you should type that into Twitch.
you type it into Twitch because I have chat disabled, so I can't see. So after we go fight Ranjit in a story mission,
That dirty old bastard.
Did
Fuck him.
Ranjit scare anybody else? Because when he showed up,
Yes.
I'm like, this is gonna be easy. It's like 6-on-1. Then he just beats the fuck out of your party members one by one and kicks them out of the arena.
I thought he was gonna be like, where you just have to like never kill him. It was gonna be annoying like that. But I'm
And
glad
how long was that fight?
It was
My God.
it
long.
took forever.
It was a long duty.
I didn't have to worry because I could just run and gun the entire time.
I was on Black Mage. It was a nightmare.
His mechanics do require a lot of movement.
After his fight, I realized like, oh, this is another fucking Xenos who's gonna be kicking our ass here.
Yeah, that's what
Yeah.
I felt too.
Exactly.
So Ozzy said, so the bit about Sin Eaters baked into the bread, was I wrong in connecting that the people were ascending by being turned into Sin Eaters and that they were turned into bread?
Yeah, that was my understanding as well.
Yeah, you get
Ooh.
by ascending, you basically die. No one ever leaves Yulmore, but so
Oh my God.
they just get turned into Sin Eaters, and then they kill those people that have been turned into Sin Eaters, and then they bake them into the meal for the people below to eat, and then they can bring more people in.
Yep. That's
It's
why
clever.
you have to do the quest with the little singer that can't sing anymore. She's, we're gonna ascend.
Yeah, that's right.
No, she was gonna be turned into a free citizen, and he was just gonna say fuck it and ascend because he was old. You don't ever
Yeah, that's
you don't
true.
even see them again post story. We might have been too late. Rip.
No, you do. You do.
You do? Where?
They were one of the NPCs you're like trying to recover after the whole Valtry thing.
Oh, okay.
Oh, like with the stairs there, you mean?
Yeah. No, not the stairs. Like when you're going around healing people. He was one of the ones who was by the balcony.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you're right.
But he says there's a line that he says he's like, "Oh, where are you, my little bird? Because she's dead."
Oh,
Whoops.
shit.
So
It reminds me.
so after getting our asses handed to us by Ranjit, did anybody else appreciate that we stopped Ranjit with the break spell that's been removed?
Yeah.
Yeah. Right. It was like, oh, what the fuck?
Crystal X-Stark was like, who's doing this now, asshole?
He really did go back in time. He got spells that were deleted from the game.
What color was her clothes? I'm pretty sure she was wearing... I don't remember.
She was
like
wearing the bridesmaid's dress.
the bridesmaid dress, yeah.
It's like yellowish.
Yeah. Pretty much.
Then we run off to Ilmag. Did anybody else, like, get extremely upset when the pixies started fucking with you?
No, I really like that.
I was mad with the pixies. I was like, God damn it, not dealing with this kind of bullshit.
I'm like, no, it's the Mughals again, leave me alone!
That was my thought too.
I can't go back, don't do this to me.
I really like that part. Because, like, that's the reason nobody goes to Ilma. Because of the fucking pixies being annoying.
I
It's
didn't...
fine.
Did
I didn't
anybody...
find them annoying.
Did anybody
They
actually...
were great. I love them.
Did anybody actually respond to what they were saying? I didn't respond because
I didn't.
I was told not to respond.
Yeah, I didn't either.
Yeah, I didn't respond either.
I did. It was funny
did
as
too.
fuck. It was so funny.
What'd they do?
Like it was just a funny dialogue caption, and then they'd like just flutter off. So it was just more flavor text.
Oh.
But I remember laughing my ass off during that entire area for some reason.
It
So.
was great. And then the beavers and I mean, it's amazing. I love
Yeah,
it.
the little beaver.
Exos
I
Barkley.
need to find that quest series that you were talking about, Kai, with the little
Oh, yeah.
beaver minion. Oh my
You should-
god.
You should all do that quest line because it unlocks the benefit for the beaver minion.
Okay.
This little baby beaver.
Elmunar
So
says, when you respond, they just give you amusing dialogue, and then they put slow heavy on you for 1 minute.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was right. That was it.
Xana says, that's not it, Xana. That's not the right thing. So after you finally get to Ilmeg, was anybody else like super excited to see Urianger again? It's been like it's been like
Yes.
2 billion years, and he finally gets another role in story.
Mm-hmm.
When was the last time we even?
No,
When was the last time we
that
even?
motherfucker.
What?
When he had that big appearance show up and like he was becoming more prominent, I was like, this fucker's hiding something from me.
Yeah.
Like he did in fucking 2.0. I was like, this fucker's hiding something again.
I didn't like. I understood that he was hiding something, but I don't get like they're like, forgive me, I'm sorry. I'm like, I was never.
I ain't gonna forgive you, fucker. You did this twice to me now. You gonna do this in fucking 6.0?
It was like I knew he was hiding something all along. Okay.
I thought he was telling the truth.
No, I
I
thought it
didn't.
was
I
very
didn't.
weird. Like, saw its future at this parallel dimension. Like that sounds like bullshit.
Are you eating chips into the mic?
Maybe.
God
Okay.
damn it, Philo.
I'm hungry.
Raz says he got a glow up. Dude, what did you guys ask Urianger when he asked you about his appearance?
I'm like, are you an astrologian?
Yeah, that's what I did. Did you take up astronomy? Did anybody ask him if he lost weight?
Yes.
Oh, I didn't ask that.
What's
I don't think I did.
What's he say if you ask him if he lost weight?
He blushes, and I don't remember exactly what he says, but he does the blush emote, and I thought it was hilarious.
That's so cute. Okay, Philo.
Philo,
Wow,
you look fucking terrifying.
I look great. What are you talking about?
Oh no.
We had this golden frog with us in a party last night. We actually did a cross-server party because he was such a good monk.
Nice.
With me and Paldor and Ozzy.
Did anybody else like especially like it's when you got to Ilmeg, the voice cutscenes, like the quality just drastically improved. You
I
had
didn't notice that.
you had like background conversations between characters you could hear and stuff.
Yeah.
That were
I
often,
do love that you can hear them in the background. That was really.
Did anybody else like the quest where you have to ask Feo Yule for help?
No.
Help me, Feo Yule.
I'm like begging in say chat. I'm just like, oh, this is so
Okay,
humiliating.
Theo is the fucking yandere of this game.
So
I love her.
after you're finally done with the pixies, we get to go meet the Numo, and they are the best thing that's happened to this game.
Thing ever.
I love the
They just
Numo.
want to help.
Like they even ask you, like, you need to give us patronage, okay? It's like, what the fuck do I give you? And they're just like, I just want to help you out in some way. And I'm like, the fuck is this? My favorite quest is still the one where they ask you to go get those legs, and you kill some of the mobs, and you come back, and you have to say how many you give them. And I chose 3, and he got so upset. I was like, no.
I
Why?
chose the right one because I talked to an NPC and it's like, one of the random, we take very seriously what we give and we take back though.
I noticed because
Oh.
when I gave him 3, he like had a fucking meltdown.
I gave him 2 and he was happy.
Yeah, I gave him the exact number. I was like, I don't know if I'm gonna fuck around with this.
Yeah, if you talk to them, they say that they like exact with what they give and what they take. Because he says like, if you give them more, they think you're hateful. And if you give them less, you're just ripping them off.
We just attracted a random frog.
We did. Hello, Frog. He has a new bone too. The file is sitting on it.
Did anybody else hate the quest where you have to go into that cave and get those inks? Those
I
stupid
hated that.
inks?
I hated that.
Oh,
And there are
yeah.
mobs everywhere.
Those
And we had to do it together.
those
And
portsies.
it got-
Ugh.
They beat my ass so much.
We found out, Super, that if you're in a party, only one person can spawn them.
Oh my god, that was later on, but Yeah,
All
so
you
some
have to do
of
was,
some of the
pop hide as a ninja, and you can just sneak in there and not to aggro anything, and it was glorious.
so some of the MSQ quests have this fun bug where if you're in a party and you like do the same MSQ quest at the same time, it will count toward both of your progressions, but it also makes it so only one person can do it at a time. Because there were points where I was trying to activate stuff and it wasn't working, and the same thing happened to Astrid, and I was like, "What's happening?"
Well, and then I was like, "Are you fighting right now?" And he's like, "Yeah." And I was like, "Oh, it's taking over mine to do yours." And he's like, "Is it?" And I was like, "Yeah, because I can't spawn."
I didn't
this
believe
at
it because
all."
I've never seen that in the game. I've never seen it do that. It's a cool feature though. And then even after you get the ink, you have to go talk to Ryan again. And then you have that jump scare that all of you hated, but I thought was hilarious.
My God, I hated that.
If there was a jump scare.
Titania.
Oh,
Titania.
I didn't. Consider
Titania
that a jump
just
scare.
wants to play
With the
with
black and white camera, and it just
Yeah.
made it even worse. And you're just like, Jesus.
That was really cool. I like that.
I
She was like,
hated
come
it.
play.
I was playing in the dark, so it scared the shit out of me, and I screamed, and I was just like, sorry.
Fucking wrecked.
You know what also is great? The talking bird.
Oh yeah, that's
Yes.
the next one. I don't remember what they're... Armanos?
Amaro.
Amaros.
They're so cute.
The
They're so
talking...
adorable.
The talking ones are funny.
They were like, I just love Master. Like, oh,
I felt bad. I felt bad when that happened.
I felt bad for Seto.
he loved Arbor.
I know. I felt bad for Ardberg because he was like watching the entire time.
Hi. Our Lord and Savior has been reincarnated into this frog suit.
Oh my
From the
god.
bucket. From the bucket.
Where is it? Oh yeah, that's right. The bucket.
The fucking frog from the bucket.
We all became frog.
Yeah.
The,
I'm
Arma-
actually somewhat afraid right now.
the Armanos... The Amaros are really, like... They're smart. I've done some of the side quests for them, and they're... Most of them are confused that they can talk, and some of them are, like, sad because they're gonna live a really long time, but their masters are all dead.
Yeah, basically.
Seto especially, when you have to go dive down into the lake for that dumb medallion. I'm like, how did it get down here? What did you do?
It
You threw
wasn't
their bodies in the
dumb.
lake.
Yeah, it probably wasn't a lake at the time. But the forgot what it was because like didn't one of them ask you like, do you have someone who was special to you? And I'm just thinking like my fucking chocobo.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was like, zombie time.
We're never gonna get Namaro. Probably. Unless you pre-ordered.
LOL.
But... Dude, the fight leading up to Titania was awesome. Don Meg was really cool too.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't like I didn't like the start of the dungeon because it felt like a mini golf course.
I love that part about it. I was just gonna say that. It was like a little golf course. I love that part.
I like
It was
And the blooming
vibrant,
flowers.
colorful.
Yeah, and then I like that field opens up behind you into the trees, and you're just like, whoa.
It's really cool.
It
the
is.
yeah, I like the second part of the dungeon after the first boss, and the third part's really cool too.
The palace is.
And it reminded me of the Black Mage Village in was it 10 again?
9.
You had to
9.
Was it 9 where you had to keep running through the forest?
You had to memorize a set pattern and go through
Yes.
3 different forks in the forest over and over.
Yeah.
Xana says you can get an Amaro horn, but you have to master all combat jobs.
You have to level every.
No,
That's for the
I'm
Amaro.
not doing that.
Master all combat jobs?
Yes.
Get everything to 8.
Wow, that's me.
Yeah, I mean, get it. Sorry.
I might get it at some point.
I know I won't.
Well, I'm
Oh,
already.
looks like I'm buying about 12 jump pots.
God damn it.
It's time to buy all the jump pots on the mug station because I want them out.
The most expensive now.
Does it come out to $30 in the end?
No.
No.
It's like that's like hundreds
Way
of dollars at that point.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, Titania itself, I thought it was a pretty good fight.
Amazing.
Kind
It was
of.
pretty good.
I thought it was kind of simple, like for normal mode, but that's what EX is for, I guess.
Uh-huh.
There's an S rank in Kalushia, so I'm gonna go.
Okay.
Wait, what?
It's simple for us, but there's been a lot of struggle in there that I've seen.
Yeah, well, I remember the first time I ran it, like, we had to burn down the ads, and, like, we just got it. It was, like, 98 or 99.
The ad phase is the hardest part of that fight, and it's because there's so much going on during it.
Yeah, I love that, though, about it.
Ras
I
is
love
the-
that she's like
Okay.
playing with you. She's just like playing.
Yeah.
Being-
You can sleep when you're dead.
She doesn't understand the mortal plight.
No.
And then when
Oh,
we...
this isn't the S rank. This is the fucking Fate.
Oh, what instance is it?
3.
I'm in instance 3, eh? Everyone.
Do we need to take
It's
a detour?
Right, babe.
formidable.
Is it?
Do we need to take a detour?
Yes.
Okay.
Invite me.
Ophi, you left the party.
Yeah, I did.
Oh, are you in the right instance?
I'm about to
3.
be.
It's instance 3.
God damn it! I'm
Better
not gonna get
hurry
my map.
before the instance gets full.
I just ported down there. I should have made it. I'm here.
Yeah, you made it.
Lufkin,
Invite me.
say something in chat. I can't just invite you. Because of how text works.
Just do it, forehead.
I'll pull it. Running away.
Huh?
Where is it? Where is it?
The fuck?
Is it up on that cliff over there?
Yeah, it's on the cliff
Yeah.
on Governor's Row.
Okay, I'm
Oh
coming.
god.
The
I
bright
still
light.
gotta finish getting all the
It's
currents.
so foggy I can't see.
I can't see anything here either. I'm gonna like fly into the cliff or something.
Zimbo, do you not have,
have to-
fly?
I have a mount that. I got the Aether Currents in this area. I still need to finish getting them in all the other ones.
You have to ascend really high, by the way. Oh, I'm a paladin and I'm 80. Ooh, I do not want to tank this.
Oh, the only one. Yeah, the only spot places I have to get it are finish doing the quests in Ratika Greatwood and the Tempest.
What the
I know
fuck
that
is
much.
that thing?
It's a
giant
fog.
It's a giant toilet with missiles.
Can you grab
Yeah.
Ozzy too, please?
Let's talk about the door.
The fucking blood feud between the dwarves. Holy shit.
So good. It's so good.
Yeah, that little mini game kind of caught me by surprise.
Yeah,
You
me
have
too.
to shoot the opposing looking dwarf.
It was when it was the practice round, I couldn't find it, and I'm like, okay, this is gonna take me forever. It like the real thing showed up, and I did it like 2 seconds. What? What the fuck? It was so dumb. But I do love that they hate like the other tribes.
Ophi just said, "Oh boy, I can't wait for the instance to crash."
Hey,
Yeah.
Supa. Hey,
What?
Supa, do you want to pass me lead quick?
Okay.
Hey, it's Tyrion.
Rain is here too.
Hold.
It's cold. Look at all those dots.
By the way, we don't want our backs to the cliff, but just saying.
The time we did this, John was like, you want to be under him all the time. And then instantly he did something that was like, killed everyone under him.
Fires of Mount
Like that.
Glug. Oh my god.
He's-
Oh, Christ.
Oh,
Okay.
I get it now.
Getting like a
Okay,
millionaire.
what the fuck is happening?
The safest place is under him.
I'm dead.
Yeah, but like, no, with those AoEs.
Oh,
I'm still alive.
I need a res.
Can't help you there, man.
yeah.
But it's hard.
It's high noon.
Dwarven deluge. Fucking dwarves.
Ooh.
Missiles incoming.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Wait, I was dead.
Oh, they're in the turbo on me. Come on, Ace.
This thing does not let up, does it?
No.
It's at a 12. I need it down to a 1.
I'm not gonna get full credit. I've been on the floor the whole time.
Me
Me
too.
too.
We shouldn't have never taken this detour.
No, I'm glad we did. Because I'm
Okay.
still alive and shooting.
Me too.
Oh, got pulled into it.
Ozzy's up.
I like how it's got a little rotor in the back of its butt.
And Ozzy's dead.
Let me be like a little thing over.
You spin me right round, baby, right round. Like a record, baby, right round.
Oh, I see our dead people everywhere.
I see dead people all the time.
Hey, my Vulnup actually got applied. It's a Christmas fucking meal.
Because everyone's dead.
Is he honestly? I always,
Ads. Ads out.
if I never
Okay.
am sure about that, like I always throw up True North.
No,
Did-
but sometimes there's still too many dots on it that it doesn't on.
Oh,
they always
I
do
guess I
that
never
bigger.
thought about that.
Yeah, that's where it counts. Is there are too many dots and shit up.
It's dead.
Silver.
Oh,
Got
damn.
over.
Silver.
I got my fucking mount now, boys.
What is the, what? Where do you turn in the cog?
Yo, more.
But you need 12 for the mount.
Oh,
I have 8.
I've only got 4.
I have 8.
I need 1 more.
Well,
And then for the minion.
so are we going back to the Crystarian
yeah.
That was a fun detour.
then? Yeah.
I regret taking it. I didn't get gold. Go big or go home.
Because you died. Like a scrub.
So do I want to save for the 12-1 Kai, or do I want the little one?
The 12 ones,
The 12-1 is what?
the mount. The little
Oh,
one's the
minion. Oh, gotcha.
minion,
Okay.
yeah.
I'll save it then. Sorry. I just saw the little froggy picture and I was like, okay.
Poor
There.
job.
Throw away your cogs at a protest and no gold. Okay.
No.
Oh my god, this mount is so awesome. It's got little jetpacks.
So,
It does. Oh, Meg.
Meg. We basically just finished covering it because we beat up Titania.
People are still sitting here like, he dead already? It's like, bruh.
I can't believe you stuck around.
I'm waiting to see if anybody pops up and is like, oh, there's another one in instance 2.
Probably.
So, after Ilmeg, nothing really happens until we get back to the Ratika Greatwood. And then emmet-selch comes out of nowhere. And
And then you just lie.
No.
That throat singing though.
It's scary.
It's amazing.
I love it.
Emmet-selch comes out of nowhere and he's like, I want to be your friend all of a sudden.
Yeah, basically. So I think we can be friends, guys. We want to be friends, and everyone, all of us, including the Scion, is just like, you know what? Fuck you.
Even the Crystal Exarch is like, no. And then, like, he's in there for a whole cutscene and a half, and then he just bails as soon as you get captured by the Knights
He's like-
Blessed.
I gotta go.
He's like,
You're
I'm
"Fuck you."
bored.
I'm bored, and
Yeah.
he just leaves.
You've committed the cardinal sin of boring.
And so I retire to the Shade. You finally get your Stola back, though. The Knights Blessed are wild people.
Yeah, they are.
Okay, so the whole Master Montoya thing, that was a little disappointing.
Yeah, that was very disappointing.
Because I was like, what's happening? You're so, like, aware of something. She was like, oh no, we just don't realize. Oh.
I just took the title.
Yeah, I was
that's
really
rough.
disappointed with that.
What if, okay, stay with me here, what if that's foreshadowing and not? What if in like 7.0 she finally bites the dust and we get Master Matoya instead?
LOL.
Or she'll probably just become Master Montoya.
What if Master Matoya is actually Shantoto in disguise?
God damn it.
Oh my god. Please, no.
I might have a
Please,
stroke.
yes.
I might have a stroke if that happened.
I want a Shantoto trust. It's going to happen. I know it. I can feel it in my bones.
And
Just
then
go play 11.
they make you go investigate those murals, and you can click on your Stola, and she says, you're not going to gain anything by staring at my backside. It was like,
I made you do that though, Super.
I know, I was like, It didn't help that later on I thought she died, and I was like, the last thing I did with her was stare at her butt. That's probably not good.
It's exactly why I had you do it too, because I was a little bit ahead of you at that point, and I was just like, you know what would be funny? If you stared at her butt in that cutscene right before she kicks it.
Paldor says, I thought someone was going to die during this expansion from the main group. This expansion's technically not over.
Thancred died on the inside multiple times.
Yeah, he did.
I mean, Minfilia technically died.
Yeah, technically Minfilia poofed away to ether.
Shoot.
Like, twice.
Finally. We got rid of
Maybe.
her voice.
She'll probably be back, TBH.
Nah, I think she's dead.
So,
Yeah, I'm waiting for Tataru to die.
Paldor says she
Goddamn.
died in
No.
Heaven's Word, really. You're not wrong.
Okay, but talk about how amazing this new Minfilia is. Or Reen. She's
Rain.
the best, and I love her, and you will protect that child with your life.
Yes, I concur.
Thancred is mean to her up until the point she turns into Rain. Or Rhine, or whatever it's called.
Thancred should have been a Dark Knight because of all the eye makeup he's putting on.
Probably.
Captain Edgy Boy.
The second part of Ratika Greatwood was really good, though. I didn't like the first part too
I
much.
love that. The Vieira part. It was
Dude, when they attack you, I was ready. I was like, I'm ready to beat them up. I don't care for Vieira too much. And nope, we get to befriend him instead.
They were like, "You're the ones we were waiting for," and I'm like, I didn't say anything."
All you still had to do was show him that Ronkin artifact we pulled from a fucking underwater ruin.
And it's like no one's done this in thousands of years.
To be fair, if you do the healer role questline, Lamit's the one that puts that there, and it gets pulled into a little box that you can't get to anymore.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I've been finding the role quests have some tie-ins to MSQ. Lamit's is all Ratika Greatwood.
Lamit's is great with the Ronkin.
Yeah.
It's like she's trying to learn like Ronk magic, and then her attacks are like Ronk Medica, Ronk Stone.
If you do the healer role quest, it really ties in with the Ratika Greatwood and the dwarves. The dwarves. Oh, and Arbert being a fuck.
I think they all tie to Arbert, because I did the Bard too, and it ties to Arbert.
Yeah, but there's one Warrior of Darkness that like doesn't get any screen time.
The Ellison?
Yeah, the Ellison woman, the knight.
Yeah.
She
wasn't like part of the original group, was she?
She didn't make it.
Like, I don't know what happened to her.
I have to do the rest of the role quest, but she doesn't make it. Something happens to her.
Something happened to her, because she's on the Bard quest too. She talks to
She's at the end
the
of.
Mikoto.
She's in combat during Lamit's questline and at the very end too. So she's still alive at the end of the healer role questline.
Yeah.
If you want to see more of her, go watch the original 1.0 trailer because she's in that too.
So does that mean that you have to level more jobs than just the ones you have, Super?
Oh yeah, but I already have that taken care of. I've got Dancer for ranged. I'm probably gonna do Dark Knight for tank.
You have Summoner on.
I have Summoner all set. All that remains is a melee DPS, and that's what scares me.
Oh no.
Ninja!
Just little Dragoon.
Dragoon is insanely
Do
good.
Monk.
No,
Don't do Monk. Don't do Monk. So after you get to the Vieira questline, does anyone else like kind of find it weird? It's like the Yomorans have finally broken through. I was like, God damn it! Oh, did you guys?
They were so annoying.
Did you guys figure out that that puzzle to get into the temple?
The owl thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. How many tries did it take you guys?
Just
I
once.
did it once.
Just one.
It took me one.
Really
I
easy.
brute forced it.
I fucked up all of them.
I was walking in, I was like, the owls are facing different ways. Gee, I wonder if this is going to be some kind of puzzle or something.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that looks suspicious.
I blame sickness.
Yeah, I kind of figured it out too. And they're like, you have to carry this totem back to the altar. I was like, it's too easy. What's the catch? Pi said owl puzzle too hard. Please nerf. Tyler said it was too easy. Did anyone like that little instance with Y'shtola and the
Indiana Jones instant.
Yeah.
Yes,
I
I
did
loved it.
like that.
I
did like-
loved
I
it.
love that.
That was hilarious.
I was ready
Like,
as soon as I dropped into a slanted hallway with like indents in the sides, like they're gonna
I was
Indiana
like,
Jones
it's a
me.
ball. Yeah.
I'm
Yes.
scared. I took like 5 steps forward and then boulders drops. And then they're like, we have to jump. I'm like, oh good. Breaking my legs is favorable to getting crushed by a boulder.
It was amazing, though.
It was a pretty cool instance. The very end, though, with Ranjit and that ambassador, it was... we could have won because I'm a healer. I was totally fine. They're like, we can't hold out much longer. I'm like, you guys are at full health. What's the problem? Let's just beat up Ranjit here. And then when you finally lose your Stola, just falls.
Fucking Stola.
Does anybody else appreciate how Urianger just runs in and rescues him off the edge?
That was really cool.
Yeah.
That was awesome.
That tether, he just yoink.
I was very impressed. I was like, oh, someone's finally took my technique and polished it. I'm so proud. the number of times I've pulled you guys off the edge and Lakshmi.
I bet when Yoshi P plays Black Mage, people kept doing that to me. Like, you know what? This is going into the MSQ.
These players keep rescuing me. I'm gonna rescue the villain. Can we stop and take a second? How I did not like how Ranjit just magically survives that fall, and it's never never explained.
No explanation. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's like,
not
oh. I
all
mean,
that-
I knew
It's all
he was
that
gonna
sin eater he
survive.
was eating.
Ugh.
It's probably that
what
dragon.
I want to know is, because he spoke about the technique he uses, and it's like, I've never heard this word, and it's never spoken again.
Yeah, it's like, set once, never hear about it.
It's like, I'm the master of the thing, and you can't defeat me because no one has ever been beaten with this technique. And I'm like, I've never even fucking heard of this. What is it?
He just had like a little dragon. Who's the 11 dragoon?
8.0 Dragoon confirmed.
8.0 Dragon.
They're bringing back the dragon pet.
But if you think about it, when he fights you with the dragons out, the dragon is the one that's mostly doing the damage to you, not him. He just kind of like
He's
slaps
like
you.
there, yeah.
Just like slaps you every fucking 20 seconds, and that's it.
The dragon's like lightning storm. You're like,
Yeah,
oh,
you're like,
God.
holy shit, run away.
He's not really a threat, yeah. And then after you're done with that, you gotta go talk to emmet-selch again. And he's like, I can bring your Stola back. I'm like, what?
Yeah, he's like, I just got, just got stretched a little bit, and yoink, there she is. Open, close, snap.
There you go. Have fun.
Yeah, when she came out negative, I was like, oh, we're doing this bit again, and then emmet-selch just like rolls his eyes like, nope.
Yeah, that was.
Alphanode would have had another field day.
Fucking basically.
It doesn't help he keeps referencing it ever since Heaven's Word. He's like, you guys remember the time we shot you Stola naked? And everyone's else like, yeah, thanks for reminding us for the 30th time. It wasn't really... I don't know, it seemed kind of anticlimactic. We kind of figured out that she used the flow, but it was like, oh, there she is. No. And this time there weren't even any repercussions. She didn't, like, lose a limb or lose another sense or something.
I did love that, the Hrothgar that just, like, grabs her, lifts her up. It's really cute.
Runer?
Yeah. Stola has her mom on board.
Fucking, he's got a heart on her for.
Oh my
heart on
God.
her.
Yes, I was gonna say, he is so in love with her.
He is. It's so cute.
But the thing, see, here's the thing though. Like when he picked her up and spun her around, she didn't tell him to put her down.
No, she was so happy too.
And she was so fucking happy. She giggled, and I was like, wait, what? I've never heard you Stola giggle before. What is this?
I've never seen you Stola be genuinely happy for 1 second in her entire life. What is this?
fucking basically. And whatchamacallit? Like she's if you notice throughout the entire time when they're together, not once does she make a sarcastic remark to him. Not once.
No, she loves him.
Oh yeah.
She's like so proud of him too. I love that part.
God, I hope they get together. I really do.
Same.
Paolo says they sort of explain how he summoned her clothes back at like that. If you read the blue quests at the time in the last area. Oh.
Yeah, but the creation.
The creation items.
Yeah, the creation magic.
Does anyone else not like? Does anyone else see clusters in a different light now?
Yeah.
That was so funny.
Yeah.
That was a really.
It's
funny
like here's
part.
the thing. Here's the thing that we use the matrix to summon and create objects from whatever you want. And I was like,
lightning
this is a
cluster.
lightning
Oh.
cluster. Oh no!
Yeah,
That was
fucking
really
basically.
I did like that. The community road.
But what I was really kind of wondering about though was like one of the NPCs was like, yeah, I was trying to think of making a lion, and then I saw an eagle fly over, and I'm like, is every fucking thing that's made here because of them?
Yeah.
Is nothing natural?
If you read the notes in AA and you kind of pay attention to the side quest line, and it's pretty obvious that they can just summon whatever they want. It just needs to be approved.
Yeah.
They're basically primal summoners. They can do whatever they want.
I love that. The assets are really cool now. I mean, they've all been really cool, but now it's just like
Yeah, like all the Askies were really nice. You're like, hello, little child. Are you
little one,
lost?
yeah. They're like,
I'm
oh,
like-
little one.
Well, we were like, I ain't fucking little, but my standards, but okay. Like, oh, little one, you should get on home to your mom and dad. Like, no, I don't have one.
Yes, you do. You don't have a dad, you have a mom, though.
LOL.
But, yeah.
I was talking to Noodle about that. How when he was in that area, he's like, "You must have felt so small being on a Lala."
He was like, I feel like a midget.
LOL.
When you had to get up on that bench and sit with that guy while you're
so
waiting
funny.
in line.
After Ratika Greatwood, you go back to Amarang.
Well,
Don't you get
about the Katana Rebel though?
Oh, the Revel. I didn't like that place. It's probably my least favorite dungeon.
I love that dungeon.
It,
I think it's
alright.
my favorite.
I think it's because it's where we got stuck for a while. That might be why, but I really didn't like
Yeah,
it.
we had to run it. We had to run it a few times.
I love
Yeah.
that. It felt like a little. When you find arrows, it just feels like a little like spring in the forest. Really.
I'm not a
I love
huge
that
fan of
dungeon.
jungle themes too. That might be why.
I don't know,
The
I just
only-
had to run that like fucking 10 times in a row with Paldor and Ozzy last night, and I'm really tapped out on that dungeon now.
And Bat Squad.
Fucking bat squad.
I'm never gonna forget that samurai who couldn't figure out pillar mechanics and kept dying to him.
We had someone last night. We got it again. We got it again, Paldor, for level roulette after you left for bed. So we had to do it at least one more time for Ozzy's level roulette. And then I forget the job, but she got squished on every mechanic, and we had to basically 3-man the entire dungeon the entire time. And she's just laughing in party chat. And me and Ozzy are like, oh my god, the DPS is so slow. I'm falling asleep.
And then we learned that
We learned
Zodiac and
Zodiac and Highland are primals.
Prime.
And it's like, what the fuck isn't a primal at this point?
Basically, yeah.
Are we primals?
Probably.
We were tempered at one point. It basically
Well, we're Assy.
it basically
We're basically the ones who summon title.
it's basically confirmed up until you do Keeper of the Lake. We're just a tempered Heidelins champion.
Yeah.
And then you do Keeper of the Lake, and Midgard's almost like, the fuck is this shit? Get rid of it. And then he just breaks our connection.
Just yeets us out of it.
And then we get it back in Heaven's Ward, and it's like, it's a different version of it. It's like we still have it, but it's not like how it was.
Maker Storm was like, bitch, can't happen.
But that, you know what that proves? It also proves that tempered people can be untempered.
Yeah.
There's a way to cure tempered people.
But Mika's dead now, so.
Yeah,
I think we
Midi
killed
Midi
the
is
only thing that could take it.
Midi is
Take it away.
gone.
I mean, he's technically not dead.
And he's not
No,
dead.
but it would take him like 1,000 to like. push
Well,
off
yeah,
something again.
he's basically like hibernating right now.
Yeah.
Well, we're already playing with time, so it's going to be interesting to see what's coming up next.
I never want to go back to Eorzea, honestly.
I do. I want to see what happens. I've been
Yeah,
too
when they
invested.
send us back, to Eorzea at that point, I teleported right back to the Casteria. I'm like, nope.
They were like, you're back.
Because I didn't want to leave.
Like, out.
But you know what's gonna fucking happen? Fucking Xenos is going to just magically show up here in the first, be like, "Sup, frenemy."
No.
Does anyone want to go back to fucking Stormblood areas? Because I don't.
No.
Never.
We have to go back to the source at some point, though. But the thing with the worlds opens the possibility that we can go to other worlds now too, because
Yeah.
there's 5 other worlds we can go to still that we haven't seen.
Yeah.
There's the 1st, the 2nd, the 3rd, the 4th, the 5th, and the 6th. But the 13th is gone, and so are like.
That got yeeted. I like how they asked.
I like,
Emmett
yeah.
was like,
I was,
he was like, our bad. Whoops.
like, we screwed up that work, so. Yeah.
We've gone to it though.
Yeah, we've gone to. That's the.
It's World of Darkness.
And, oh,
And we did
the crystal.
kind of save it.
Well, they just, like, filled it up with so much darkness that it's just, like, voice sent.
Just void sent.
That's what I find really cool, too, that they made the Sin Eaters, they look just like the Void Sense, but with light, so, like, it's the same. I thought it was really cool.
Yeah,
Like, it was a nice way to, like, recycle assets and still be part of, like...
Well, is it really recycled assets, or like, because like with the Amdapori people and the Maki, you know, it's like, did the Maki obviously pull from the Void Sent, but did the Amdapor pull from the first?
Probably because
Yeah,
if you read the lore book, it says that the Kiribu we fight in Amdapor Hard is fashioned after a being from another plane. It's a Sin Eater.
Same idea. So, the Amdapori found Eater.
Was it 13-2 where we had the gates while we were playing with time and kind of like Sun Eaters?
It's not really
Okay.
Sin Eaters, it's just time distortion.
Yeah.
You have to fix time.
I was kind of hoping that that's what they're going to do with this, because that sounds awesome, but we'll see.
I mean,
I would
Gratia did time travel.
I would really rather just wrap up the Garlemald arc for good. That way we can... Everyone wants to be done with it. Let's just get it over with, and then we can go. We can go do we can go wherever we want.
We can go to the fucking moon this time.
7.0.
I think they're just gonna write Garlemald out. I think at the end of 5.x, you know, Garlemald won't even exist as like a plot element anymore. It'll just be they're just gonna write it out of existence. Be like, oh look, some things happened, and now Garlemald ceases to exist, and everything's good. And then it's like, we gotta go find Genos. Let's go to some other weird place.
Like, he blows it up, and then he's like, yep, I'm done with this. Now I have no more daddy issues.
Well, it's like,
Basically,
you know, he's already killed the Emperor, and then he's like, I don't want to. He's like, I don't want to own the. Do something that says something like, I don't want to run the Empire, but I don't want you ruining the fun I'm gonna have with like my friend or something. With the something about the Black Rose. He's like, don't fuck with this shit. And then he kills him, and it's like, then it's like YOLO's out.
Yes. He's Kylo Ren, but cool.
I
That's actually
hate
pretty good
Xenos.
comparison.
It is.
He's such a boring character.
He is.
Xenos
He
is. But I think...
He's just evil to be evil, and
I
it's
think-
not fun.
I think
He
that's...
just loves it. He's just He's kind of like Mr. Asian we just met, where he loves the flair, he loves the drama, he loves just fucking over everything.
I don't know how to feel about Xenos, honestly, because everyone says he's boring, and he, from a perception standpoint, yeah, he looks pretty boring, but then he looks like he's having so much fun all the time.
He does.
And I don't.
He does.
He's like, I might be boring, but damn, am I gonna cut some bitches? That's his character.
See, the problem there is that you've got like emmet-selch, who by the end of it all, you felt legitimately bad for killing him. Like at least I did. Like it's like
It felt really bad.
he had a motive. Yeah, he had like a motivation, and this whole thing to like why he's doing all this. Like and it makes sense from you look at it like, well, shit, that makes sense. I feel bad now. Xenos is kind of like, I'm crazy. I'm gonna go kill some people.
This
Fucking
dude fights really well. I'm gonna fight him.
emmet-selch
again.
over there just remember us.
Remember we existed, and I was crying. It was great.
The I don't know. It kind of Amarang. After we got to Amarang, I was getting tired because
That was kind of a little boring. Like a more chill.
It was like the chillest section of the expansion, and I felt like the writing kind of degraded there. But I don't know if that was intentional or they just put the
It was to give us an emotional break, Supa. We needed a break at that point.
I was ready for Urianger to rush on stage and scream, "You stole spanked me."
God damn.
Oh my god. Ozzy.
Do you remember?
Ozzy said something last night about how, what was his favorite part about Ishtola threatening to bend him over his knee, over her knee and spank you, and you're just like, what? Yeah,
because if you're
like, yes, mom.
After you do is it the Katana of Ravel, or is it, no, it's Milik as well that she does that. So after Amarang, there's really nothing that important that happens in Amarang other than the guy who's like, my wife and kid are dead, and then you find this
sad too.
You do find that stone with the inscription she wrote on it before she died. I was like, oh no, I thought this was the emotional break. It was emotional build up in disguise. So yeah, I was one of my meme-wise, the favorite part of my expansion was taking that trolley, going down. I was like, "Hi, I'm Ranji, and I'm here to sell you flex tape." And he just kicks your trolley out of the way.
I was just like, I worked so hard to put that thing back together.
And then and as soon as the Talos like tumbles over, he's like, "That's a lot of damage."
I hate that. Because we worked like an entire. I was there for like 3 hours building up that Talos. He just like yeets
I
it.
know, yeah, I just.
I wasn't even
2 seconds.
I wasn't even worried about like you have to fight him with Thancred and everything. I thought that instance was a little long, but anyway.
That was long.
After the cutscene with Ryan, I ran back. And Urianger, if you talk to Urianger, he's like, the Talos is fine. It just has some cracks in it. I was like, phew! I was more worried about that than Thancred. But did anyone else not like how they kind of faked out Thancred's death? Like, he was gonna die, and they're like, "Oh, we found him. It's okay."
Yeah.
I
knew he was
dying, because everyone's really close. Dying. We're just gonna chill over there with Minfilia.
I was kind of sad seeing Minfilia finally go.
It was really good. He was like, "Hey, friend." I'm like, "Oh, I missed her."
I mean, fuck Minfilia. We got Ryan now. Best thing, protecting her forever.
She does have a 20-second trick attack if you run trust with her. So if you ever want to line up your, Alice has a damage up, which is weird.
Yeah, that kind of. Well,
I was like, where is this damage up coming from? I have a Scholar, a Red Mage, and a Gunbreaker in my party. Who is buffing me? And then I looked over. I was like, oh, it's you. Your version of
Embolden
is just to give me a damage up.
It's her fury, Zupa.
Powder says, Pi says, who's going to tank it if not Thancred? Yeah, that's a good point. He's the only tank trust we have.
We got the Exarch.
Yeah, but he only shows up for one dungeon, dude.
Yeah.
They should have just left him as a trust.
Honestly, yeah. He can heal, he can tank, and he can DPS.
Just give us Shantoto. She can tank.
Whoa.
Powder says it was upsetting once we fixed the damn thing. There were a ton of them roaming around in the other side of the... Yeah, I noticed that. I was like, there's Talos all over the place here.
Yeah.
You guys just would have investigated a little bit further. We wouldn't have had this problem.
Milika's Well was a really good dungeon, I thought.
I hate it. I don't like that dungeon.
I hated
It's my
that dungeon.
least favorite dungeon.
I
hated it.
loved the final boss of Milika's Well. And
That was fun.
the second
That's
boss
the
too.
only
The second boss has
part of
buckets. Buckets on its arms.
No, yeah, the bucket tallow.
I hate the armadillo.
That was funny.
The armadillo's terrible.
The first boss is kind of janky.
It's
Mhm.
awful.
The bucket boss is like the only good part of that dungeon.
Dude, I loved the final boss. It was like, here's AoEs, fuck you. That was the whole dungeon.
Here's a 12S.
Here's A12S, basically, yep.
I did like the design. It's just like a bunch of feathers.
Oh, dude, yeah, the design was really cool, too.
I mean, wasn't A12S technically in the twin?
That too.
Yeah,
They
kinda.
really recycled. Alex,
I mean, it's literally A12S.
it is actually Alexander.
With the coolest aesthetic and music you'll ever see.
It's the best reskin
Mr.
ever.
Buckets.
Mr. Bucket.
He puts the balls in his mouth.
And then, no. And then that's when you go back to the Crystarium. And you still ask you, are you alright? Go to bed.
Well,
And we have to
At
go
that point,
place...
You're like breaking.
And we have to go to
Why-
bed yet again.
Why
We
don't
sent
you
to
do-
bed.
Why not
so
go
many
take a
times.
rest, Warrior of Light? Go take a rest. Go take another rest. Let me smother you with this pillow, Warrior of Light.
I like how...
Poltergeist in your bedroom that gets to watch you. And
There
he's
is-
like, at the end, I don't want you all the time. And you're like, thanks.
There
Really?
There is one dialogue option, like, later on, where you can tell him, these are my private chambers. And he's like, well, because I chose that option, he's like, yeah, but if I talk to you anywhere outside, people are going to think you're a lunatic for talking to yourself.
Well, they do kind of think you're a lunatic in some of those scenes at the end with you and him.
Yeah, they're like, who are you talking to?
What are you staring at?
Be like, I'm the Warrior of Light. What the fuck you want me to do? I've seen shit, okay?
I'm having I'm having an episode. Give me a second. Powder says they care for our well-being. They do, but being told to go to bed like for the 50th time is like Persona 5 stuff. Don't do that.
It was so
I mean-
funny. It was like, oh, go to rest. And you're like, what?
Yeah, they're like, go to bed. I'm like, motherfucker, I've been awake playing this for over 24 hours. You don't want me to go to bed right now.
I mean, what else are they gonna say? Up, time to go talk to Ardvard.
Yeah, basically. We don't even actually go. We have one scene where we actually go to bed and we have a fucking weird ass dream because of it.
The weirdest dream, and it's never like fully acknowledged.
Probably gonna be
Had the
excited.
bad dream
I
'cause he
forgot
didn't
to talk
Ardbert.
about that story instance we get after Ratika, where we go to war with the Sin Eaters.
Oh yeah,
That was
that was pretty
weird.
cool.
That was pretty cool.
That was the coolest story instance in this game.
when you're like the part when you're like getting the shield and the music and the Crystarium is terrifying.
Yeah.
Yes.
My
And,
favorite.
like
Oh, go ahead.
everything's on edge and stuff, and then I see people crafting. I'm like, motherfuckers ruining my immersion.
I was just.
It's
like,
Hamlet.
drifting
It's
through that.
Hamlet
It's
defense. They're
terrifying.
getting our materials ready.
LOL.
That was a really good instant. It
Powder,
actually felt
Powder
really
says
scary.
that telling us to go to bed multiple times was Square Enix telling us to go to bed in real life, so we wouldn't bust through the expansion. Oh, dude,
Probably.
when you after you beat the story instance, because you have to defend all the wounded soldiers, and then Arbor's just like there, and he really doesn't want to be there.
He's so sad.
I felt really bad when he was like begging for his attacks to work, but they didn't work.
Yeah.
And then you just hear screaming in the background.
He can't even bring himself to turn around. Poor Arbor.
And she's like, now you will be here all by yourself. It's not your burden to bear. You have other things to do. And I'm like, so you're gonna leave him for like hundreds of years by himself?
Yeah, I'm kind of glad. After that scene, I was like, Minfilia, I'm kind of glad you're dead now. That was a huge dick move to him.
Well, she left him there, and I'm betting this is the reason why, because she through Heidelin know that he was our other fragment of soul.
Mm-hmm.
She knows the soul is like your own soul, so he was like, no, not your time. You can't die right now.
You gotta be assimilated by the main character.
You gotta be a plot device later on.
You know, ever since that patch in 3.0, when Sophia the trial was introduced and it was us fighting the Warriors of Darkness, like ever since then, like I felt really bad. Now after this expansion, like it kind of brought some closure to that.
Yeah.
So, you know, we finally did actually help them out.
I mean, we helped him out before. We gave him Minfilia. Even Urianger feels like a dick about it. He's like, I'm sorry, I kind of just gambled your life away to save the first.
He was like, that was my worst regret, was giving you away. And oh, he's so sorry.
Yeah, he still fucking lies to us.
Yes, all the time.
But even though he does, we know that it's on good intentions. It's not like he's trying to hurt us intentionally.
Yeah, that's true, but like he was like, I'll never lie to you again. I'm like, motherfucker, you're gonna lie to me in the next X-Pack.
I can never trust him again. Ever.
Like whenever something shady is going on, it's like, you're behind this, you're Urianger. I know it. You're hiding something.
The intrigue.
Like
What's happening?
When they were like, I had a vision, a prophetic vision. I was like, motherfucker, you're lying. I don't know where this came from, but you're lying.
I didn't believe that for a second. I was like, that sounds very true.
I believed him because he's the elder giraffe.
Fucking LOL.
After you, I don't know, after Milica's Wells, it's just back off to Yulmar to go beat up Volthree.
I was so happy I got to do that.
I felt bad because you just bust in the city and beat up the townsfolk.
I mean, what else are you gonna do?
Oh, speaking of Volthree, anyone find it ironic that his Sin Eater version is called Innocence?
Yeah.
It's his forgiven sin. Cause like, if you see all of them, they're just like the sins that were forgiven. So he was guilty, so he's innocent. And I do like that they gave the little, like, his hair is like the little awful hair thing he has when he's fat.
Oh yeah, like that long single stallion hair.
Yeah, the little and they just made it like a huge head of hair.
I love how everyone's first reaction was, "Oh no, he's hands."
Oh no, he's
No, I hated him even after he transformed.
I was wondering when that was going to show up, because they announced Innocence like since they announced the expansion, and as soon as I saw the trial name, I was like, oh, he is innocent.
He still sounded fat.
He did.
He does sound really fat.
He was fat on the inside.
I really liked how we kind of got everyone together to fix the ladder, and then the dwarves.
Oh my god.
The dwarves are amazing.
I have a new appreciation for them.
Can we replace Lalafels with dwarves, please?
Yes, I second this.
Please.
Just throw on the helmet.
All Lalafels are required to wear dwarven helmets.
Kind of want to become a Lalafell just to go inside the houses.
I know. I went there today and it was just like, why can't I go in? I can fit through the door.
I wish there's a cowboy and could fit.
There's an upstairs to that area too.
No.
'Cause I saw-
Don't tell me that.
Because I thought it was like one floor, and then I was flying around the house, and I saw a player character in that second floor. I was like, it's got an upstairs.
It really makes me want to buy a Fantasia pack. So I can just go in there.
Just get Noodle to start streaming and show us around.
No, I
Someone
want to
take
actually.
pictures of it.
I
made
want to
Tira take
actually
pictures,
go
yeah.
in there. No, I want to go in by myself. I want to sit in the chairs.
Tiru said he posted pictures of each floor. He did. It's somewhere.
I was like, Dario, go in. Show.
Pi says lolly ho.
Lolly ho.
Give me your best lolly ho.
You can get the emote. It's just at the thing.
Yeah, or here we go.
How do you get it?
It's one of the side quests in
Remember the little grump? Do you have Flying Lugia?
Yeah.
The little
Yeah.
grumpy dwarf quest. You have to finish that quest line.
Oh, okay.
after Mount Glug was a really good dungeon.
I
thought-
It's gold, not plug.
Plug.
Gold. I love that
Plug.
dungeon so much.
It was really good. I love the music.
The music, yeah. And then it
Okay.
gets like a Versace palace. Beautiful.
The palace looked really cool.
Yeah. No, just the music for this whole expansion has been fucking amazing.
Yeah, it has been.
Paldor, if you Fantasia to a different race, or if you try to use your wedding ring to go to someone who's in the house, it'll automatically port you back outside and say you retreat to a location more suited to your stature.
Yeah.
They'll just port you outside. They thought about this. They're like, we can't have the other races getting in here. I don't know. Innocence was a really cool fight. I thought it was kind of, I don't know, basic on its normal mode, though.
I like the final boss Mount Gold though.
Yeah.
I was
really cool.
I was impressed that they,
Scatlick.
yeah, I was impressed that they made a dungeon boss that used visual mechanics only and not telegraphs.
It was really cool. That part was really cool. When you're like, what is happening?
Yeah,
with
you
those
don't, you
rings?
really don't understand it until you start looking at what they're. Because I was looking for like cast times and stuff. I was like, what? How do I tell what this guy's doing? And then it was like, oh, I get it. It's Rathalos. I have to watch them.
Well, it's kind of the same thing with the second boss, even the Rubik's Cube.
See, the Rubik's Cube kind of telegraphed itself with its face. You could tell where the AoEs were
Yeah.
going to
The
go.
thing was, though, is that most of the time, like, for most players, sometimes
They don't pay
myself,
attention to the
like, yeah,
monsters.
I pay attention to the floor because all the AoEs are marked on the floor. So I was like, oh, hey, there's a donut AoE over there. So I'm going to run over to that. Not realizing that the Rubik's Cube had its own mechanics going on at the same time. And I'd get hit with Voln Up. So I'm like, the fuck, I followed this. And then I realized after I ran it by myself, I'm like, oh, okay. I understand.
It's really cool.
Mhm.
I like that boss.
After the mountain, there's Innocence, and then, oh, the betrayal.
And then you're like almost exploding with light.
The Exarch says he's gonna leave the world and never come back because he hates it here.
Yeah.
Then he just gets shot, and you get to say his name, and he just gets really upset.
I can't.
And
That made me
it's
cry.
like, yoink, this is mine now.
And you're like dying.
And you're like
Becoming
dying,
singular.
and Ryan has to like put you back together.
And then you wake up to find out that everything that you did was undone.
Yeah, it doesn't matter because all the light's back.
I did
felt
think it
so
was really
defeated.
cool that we became the Light Warden. That was really... Like, you can't do it, everything. You just can't.
At that point, yeah, I felt at least that, like, you were so defeated. It was like,
I got really depressed.
yeah, I kind of did too. It's just like, everything I did, it just did not mean a thing. And then on top of that, too, Rahatia is, like, missing and almost dead.
The music in the Crystarium's really sad.
Oh, yeah.
But then Feol is just amazing. She's like,
You can
go
stay
ask
in
people.
You can stay over here in the castle if you want.
Yeah, that was really cute. And then she was like, oh, I knew you were saying it. I love Feol.
I'm
I
over
want
here.
a Feol minion like yesterday.
Yeah, when are we gonna get that?
I was shocked we didn't get one when they said, when she said, I'll always be by your side.
Triggered. Looked forward to her appearing in the 6.0 raid series. After that, we get to go find Bismarck.
Yeah, I thought that was really cool.
That was really
I mean, there's really nothing that happens in the Crystarium other than Urianger pleading for forgiveness. I like how he gives this long, drawn-out speech that how sorry he is, and I was like,
I'm not mad at you.
the dialogue options. One of them was like, "I can't forgive you," another one was silence. There was another one was like, "I sort of forgive you," and then there was one that said, "I'm forgive you. Let's go." And I was like, "I'm picking that one. Let's go."
Yeah, I picked that one. I was like, I'm not mad at him. No.
And then we gotta
He's
go.
just trying to help.
And then Alice gets really mad at Ryan. Alice was like,
That was really
bitch bad.
But like she was trying so hard to save you, and she's like, we can't. We've tried everything, we can't save you.
And then we finally
I thought that was
leave.
really sweet.
Finally get to go on Bismarck. I was really surprised that Bismarck's name over here is the same.
Yeah.
It's like, primals are split into 14 pieces too.
I love that they give you the option to say the Vanu Vanu thing. The big one, yes.
Yeah.
I thought it was a Namazu thing. I was like, I'm not picking that.
Ride the Shupa?
No! Paolo says it was weird they reused the whale mount for Bismarck. It was a little weird, but I thought it looked good. And then you just have that cut. You have that cutscene of those two guys talking about everything that happens, and a whale just comes in.
That was so
Yeah,
funny.
I laughed at
I
that.
was howling so loud. They're like,
That was
do
so
do 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 do. Oh my god!
A whale.
They were like, we're never gonna see anything so amazing ever again.
A
That
whale.
fucking whale.
And then that fucking tidal wave comes after him, and
Yeah.
So the Tempest.
The best. I
Tempest.
But Aaron.
I really don't like the Tempest. I don't know what it is. Maybe I like the later area of the Tempest. The early area,
I love Rapture. Rapture is amazing. I wish that we could make that a city state.
A Marat. It's
we can't make it a city
Yeah.
state because it's just the glamour that emmet-selch whipped up when he was born.
I know, but it's still really cool.
Not only did he whip it up, he added quote unquote a little flair to it.
Yeah.
I love the Tempest, and I love that they're like the part where you have to like walk down. So it feels like it's really big.
But speaking about emmet-selch and like how you were mentioning earlier, Super, about how they talk about him, like he likes the dramatic theater type of personality, right?
I mean, he literally opens a pair of doors to hell for us to walk through.
Yeah,
He does.
He does.
but this expansion really sheds some light on the personality of the Asians, because now, like, you know, like back in 2.0 and 3.0, like you kind of just think of them as like evil demigods kind of people.
They're evil just to be dicks to us.
Yeah, they're just evil to be dicks because, you know, fuck you. That's why. Kind of
Because
thing.
yeah, you're not real people.
Yeah, but well, that reasoning is still there. You're not real people. Cause we're fragments of the real people. But anyway, but like with this expansion, we get to see like their motivation, and it's like, yeah, they're doing exactly what we would have done. Like he even points out, like, would you have done anything different? And everyone's just silent. Like fucking Ben Shapiro destroys Eorzeans with facts and logic. And but you know, this time around with emmet-selch, you know, we don't see this demigod kind of Joker figure, right? We see a person who's trying to save his world, or the remnants of his. He's trying to bring back his old world, and well, instead we see more of this person who probably during his lifetime was actually, you know, like, you know how they had like the bureau of the architect and all like that.
The council,
yeah, the council and stuff. We see someone who was the head of a council. He probably also had like as some kind of side hobby, some kind of drama theater kind of side gig too, which bleeds into himself as a character.
Deus kind of talks about it a little bit. That character we meet when we're waiting in the bureau for our stupid registration papers.
Oh yeah. He's like, yeah, he probably didn't mean to, but he probably like straight thought came through and was like, he probably would know, but this is all fake.
I do love that the creation is like not just like perfect, and like a little thought.
It kind of sucks that Deus is self-aware, because he's like, I can't like break character too much or I'll break the whole thing, But yeah, here's what's going on. emmet-selch wasn't totally a dick when I knew him.
I mean, thousands of eons would definitely change a person, I imagine.
No, for sure.
Especially when he's trying so desperately to fix his world, and like he says in the line, there's always someone trying to stop me. And I'm willing to bet that's the reincarnation of our Asian or whatever.
Yeah, it's just us over and over again.
Yeah, it's just us over and over again. He's like getting upset each and every time and that's the other thing. Our real self, either I can only imagine he has a big plot line, which is why we tend to upset the Asians a lot. Is either we were the ones who originally came up with the plan to summon Zodiark, or we were the 14th who left and probably decided to summon Heidelin.
I think that's it. I think we're the 14th that left and summoned Heidelin.
I mean,
because everyone just hates us.
In the final cutscene, before you do the dying gas, you do show up as an Asian for a few seconds.
Yeah. I think we're that one that left and then summoned Heidelin, and that's why we're tempered.
And that's probably why Heidelin makes us her champion, because we were the original one who was like, we need to summon Heidelin.
Yeah.
So like she gets our fragment of our soul and makes us her champion, and then just continues to do so in all the other worlds, and I guess just keeps bringing us back and back, even when we die. I guess because like it's mentioned that there's multiple Warrior of Light throughout all the Umbral calamities, and they disappear and then they come back.
We're probably like just showing up in different babies.
When Grahatia uses time magic, that's implying that those are just other iterations of the Warrior of Light.
Yeah.
Paler says, yesterday I realized we ruined the whole society lifestyle by removing water from their home in the Tempest.
We did ruin
we did.
Civilization there.
If you do the Sahagan side quest, so it's like, what did you do?
Like, my children can't be born right now.
Yeah. Like they're literally going to go extinct because we did this. Like we're over here fucking up literally their very race, and we're like, oh, you know, oops, my bad. And then when emmet-selch does it to us, we're like, "You're a bunch of fucks."
And then we meet the first version of Geralt, who's locked himself at the bottom of the sea.
Oh god.
That was so funny. That was the funniest thing ever.
I find it funny. This guy's a workaholic, but he has no inspiration, whereas the other guy is a drunkaholic, and he's just in debt. Like that's his motivation.
Geralt has all the motivation in the world. The other guy just is late. He doesn't want to do it.
Fucking LOL.
The Amarant dungeon
Best.
is
I love
probably the best
Yeah.
dungeon in the game.
Oh yeah.
That's fucking amazing.
And
Yeah.
emmet-selch sounds so sad. Go through that dungeon.
I mean, he gets to watch the world end again.
Yeah. He's like, we defeated it, but then it didn't stop. It just kept going. The first beast.
Dude, as soon as I saw the first boss, I'm like, this is fucking bad.
They're just dropping Bill.
It's, I don't know, the last boss, the area around the last boss is really cool.
It's really.
Now, what I don't get, did they ever mention why? Like they started thinking up all this crazy shit, or?
It's because you kind of, if you do AA, it's kind of implied that if the Asians or the Amaradians are like afraid or scared, they make stuff up and they just create it by mistake. Because they can accidentally use their own life energy to do stuff. Because at the end of AA, that guy just straight up summons Quetzalcoatl. He doesn't use a matrix. He's like, LOL, here's my life energy. Quetzalcoatl, come to me. And he just dies.
And then we murder it.
Yep. But that kind of just tells us how powerful emmet-selch's just recreating things are. They have enough energy just to resummon primals.
Yeah. And also bring themselves back.
Yeah, that's creepy.
But here's the big thing though, because like whenever and like you know like and this happened with Bahamut when what's that female dragon's name?
Tanya.
No,
No, not
Tiamat.
Tiamat.
When she's trying to bring back Bahamut, like she mentions that yeah I brought him back but it was only a shade, it wasn't really him. And I'm just over here kind of thinking like, you know, these Asians want to bring back their level ones, but are they really going to bring them back through Zodiac, or Zodiac only bring back like just a copy?
Probably a copy.
Like, is all that they're doing is just in vain?
I mean, emmet-selch, La Brea, and El Lidibus were the lucky ones. They got out. Everybody else didn't make it.
Yeah.
And, like, reading through AA stuff, La Brea really shouldn't have made it.
Oh, what happened to it? I didn't read those little notes
He's
that
an
are in the dungeon.
he's an academic, but he's
Right.
he's like Mr. Ultimate Practical and Logic. He's like Ben Shapiro. He's like, I'm just gonna do things because I can, and the ends always justify the means. That's why La Brea is such a dick all the time.
That's why the academia
That's
out of control.
that's La Brea really shouldn't have made it. TBH. He only made it because he sacrificed a lot. Emmet-selch got lucky, and Elidibus we don't know. Because all the other
I love
Asians,
Emmet-selch.
all the other Asians are just reincarnations of the split ones that didn't make it.
Yeah,
Oh,
now emmet-selch did say that it's possible for them to rejoin each other,
Yep.
and combine to become what they used to be.
It just takes forever.
Because then Iggy-Yoram or whatever in that
Iggy
other...
and La Brea, yeah. I know.
Ignorium
Yeah.
and La Brea and Trevigeant, and there's like two other Asians that I don't remember.
When they make the ASEAN Prime and
Yeah.
that dungeon.
Arf!
And ARF, yeah.
I still fucking hate that place.
Electrochemical
Me too.
research or so. I like it. Heavensward was a good expansion.
Heaven's Sword. I like that they reference
Oh.
Heaven's Sword so much in this expansion.
There was one thing though that kind of got me worried. Was when he said, whenever they bring about an Ascian, you know, they can do it out of like, you know, anyone basically, but their prime targets are people who have a splinter of an Ascian soul.
That means Thancred's probably
An Ascian.
an Ascian.
But here's the other thing. We too are an Ascian, and the last line where he's like, he's gonna get the Warriors of Light to fight us, right?
Yeah.
So I'm kind of wondering, like, is he gonna force our Ascian self to come out, kind of thing?
You know, it'd be cool if we just fight warriors from another world again.
God.
Yoshi P's like, we're going to the second now.
What if the next story is just PvP instances? You just fight out other people.
Oh no.
That's it.
That would be cool.
That would be actually.
And then after,
What about the part where was it Ryan is worried about us? We're like,
a smile
smile
better
better
suits
suits
a
me.
hero.
Oh.
Yeah.
that
cried.
killed me. I'm
Yeah,
like,
me
oh,
too.
fuck.
Yeah, that killed me pretty good.
Like- They didn't have to go that hard.
Or they threw the gloves off for this fucking patch. Like, holy
Yeah.
shit.
That's what makes this expansion so good, though. Even the gameplay mechanics, the story, they've been approached with the assumption that we're not fucking idiots.
Yeah.
Stormblood approached it that way, and it doesn't. It shows bad. But after Amara is the dying gasp, and that, oh
The
god,
best trial ever. I
It
love
was.
that trial. It's amazing.
Fucking emmet-selch's lines throughout the whole fight are on fucking point.
I was sad. No, I was like, I'm ready to fight, but now I'm just sad.
The ending was really sad. He was
Yeah.
like, all the shades just. He just remembers all the dead ones. I do love that they made him Hades too.
Yeah, that was really nice.
You know-
That makes me wonder if, like, the other, if Oedipus's and La Brea's names are also, like, Greek-themed.
Probably.
I'm kind of wondering if Oedipus's real name is Apollo. Kind of wondering that.
Aminkur says, what about
Maybe
Gaius?
he's the emissary.
What about Gaius and his collection of Ascian masks? We don't really get any exposition on that. We just know Gaius hunts them. And it's not like we've killed like lesser Ascians before in side quests and stuff. The Summoner
yeah.
quest line has you doing it all the time.
Yeah, you fucking yeet them out of existence with the Dreadworm trance.
Yeah. Oh, Summoner questline is great. It's so far-fetched.
Cause and they talk about it too, like with the aura side, like all you do is just blast an Ascian with like a high amount of aether, and that's basically an Morn. It's just, bleh.
Yeah. Just blast them out of existence. Speak here for the on.
'Tis good to see you awake, Grahatia.
Oh,
Oh.
And then he just cries.
he just fucking tears in his eyes. Tis good to see you're not a piece of shit, Gratia.
That too. I was worried he was actually betraying us for a second there.
Yeah, I was like, when he was like, I just did this so I could go to other worlds and fuck you, I was like, oh, you motherfucker.
That's what I thought too. I was like,
He was compartmentalizing his emotions.
Yeah.
I thought that
Can't
was
say the
really
word
random.
bleh. He was just trying to detach himself from the situation.
Yeah. He was just like trying to hurt you so you wouldn't miss him.
Yeah.
And then get shot, and I'm like, no, Gratia!
Yeah.
I care more than ever before all of a sudden. And then the extension just kind of ends right on that note. emmet-selch goes bye-bye, and then
remember we existed.
Yeah, that's it.
Mm,
It's so sad.
There was a line that he says during the Fight of the Dying Gas where he's like, "That light is what destroyed our world."
Probably.
And,
they didn't
and,
really have a problem until, Heidelin came along.
Yeah, basically.
I mean, given the fact that they can just create shit out of thin air, I'm kind of glad they're not around. That's a terrifying.
Then again, they like kept themselves in check pretty well. Like they thought of themselves as the wardens of the planet, of the star.
Yeah, but
and they had like the architect thing. They had the community robes, and everyone was like a community.
The only problem is it's implied through it's one of the Aether Current quests that Armorot is the only city that's like this, because there's
the debates.
The debates. They're saying oh well, there's these other cities that are in trouble, but we don't know if we should help them. And I'm like, what are you guys talking about? And they're like, well, we have our creations, we can test them over there and stuff. And I'm like, I get it now. You guys are the only one that can do this. Everybody else can't. So it kind of makes more sense when you look at it at that point. It's like they're literally too OP to keep existing.
Little one.
The planet just decided to collectively nerf them by splitting them into 14 pieces.
Oh.
The greatest balance patch of our time.
Fucking gee.
What about the after credit part where Ryan and Thanker Ryan's like, there's still something out there. And we see that giant sin eater out in the waste.
Eden.
It's Eden.
That's Eden.
That's Eden. All right.
Eden is focused around us restoring the broken planet, so we're probably gonna be fixing it.
We're gonna do Eden with Rin Thancred. Sounds really cool.
Palador says, did he explain what actually destroyed his world or what caused it? No, he doesn't.
He just says it started happening.
I think it's because they themselves don't even know.
Yeah. I think she just started happening.
It's just a thing that happened.
No idea.
And that's kind of the end of Shadowbringers.
But that kind of brings up the a plot thing. Is there at the moment the current enemies are possibly Heidelin, Zodiark, and Asians, and now it's kind of well, who caused the shit for the Asians? Is that an enemy we have to worry about now?
Probably. See, the problem is here, we're probably going to keep continuing with this questline until 0.3, and then it's going to be put on hold for Garlemald until 7.0, when we finally go to the moon.
LOL.
Yeah, like I said, I can't see Garlemald.
But we're definitely going to go to Garlemald for some shit.
I think that's going to be 5.x content, where it's you're going to go to one zone, and then that's it for now.
Maybe we're going to get a dungeon there.
Yeah, I could see them making a dungeon there.
I just can't see them making another Stormblood.
Yeah, because that would be...
It was bad.
It's just so boring. We've done it already.
It's war. Cool.
What if... Because someone did kind of say that to me the other day. It's okay, 5.0 is high fantasy. It's our high fantasy expansion. What if 6.0 is our modern fantasy expansion?
That would be cool. I want fantasy.
Please.
I just don't want Let's Go Save.
Because we're gonna go to Garlemald and we have to just sort shit out there. It'll just be modern fantasy instead of high fantasy.
But
can it be super sci-fi fantasy?
Yeah.
That'd be fine.
Yeah, I want that. I'd be okay with that. Like Cyberpunk or something like
Exactly.
God, what was it?
Or FF15, when this you can see when you're in a train and you see what's she called, Shiva, just lying there dead. That felt really cool because you're in a train and there's a giant primal. Well, it's a giant summon.
FF15, yeah.
I feel like that'd be cool.
Yeah.
Pi says probably some idiots among them created the calamity and Pi also says the Yondo side quest where you help the clutch mother give birth. Ilminar says at the end was Xenos talking back at his own body. Made me wonder if the Echo is meaningfully connected to being an Ascian or recombining again. You get what I mean? Technically, the Ascians have their own form of Echo too. That's why they're like that. It's just
because they. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, while ours is like group dependent, where our Echo kind of helps us, figure things out with people and be used as a power of. It's more like a support ability. Our Echo, the Ascian's Echo is just like, here's a bunch of power, I'm gonna use it, and then you just blow everything up.
Yeah, and it was back in I think 3.0. They mentioned that we don't know the full strength of the Echo, and that they do.
Yeah. Because the Echo ain't our temperament from Heidelin. So they know that they're by Zodiac, so they're capable of doing anything.
But yeah, Xenos is
Boring.
Yeah. We'll see. We got at least 3 more patches here, so we're good to go for now.
I'm just worried that we're gonna kill Xenos again, and he's just gonna hop bodies.
I'm so annoyed by that. I wish it'd stop. They just kill someone.
We're just gonna throw Orosite at Xenos the end.
Can we just yeet him out of existence, please?
I think we're gonna have to do that, like an Ascian. He's become an Ascian at this point.
We're gonna have to because his conditioner bill is getting too high.
Dude, does anybody else like how Elidibus just yeeted himself away after he saw Xenos? He's like, nope!
Yeah, he's like, nope, fuck this, I'm out.
Yeah.
What a pussy.
Even Elidibus can't fight Xenos. Technically, we've already fought Elidibus. We fought him in the final trial of 4.x. He's scary. He's got double, triple, and quadruple. I thought triple was scary. Quadruple's terrifying. Can I have that? Can I have quadruple on my broils, please?
LOL.
You
Can
can
I
do
have that on
quadruple technical
Blackwing?
step.
Quadruple technical step. You just,
Quadruple.
but you have to do all the dance steps, so you have to do it 16 times with the buttons. Kai, what are you doing? I'm dancing, and then the boss just explodes.
See, I'm beautiful and amazing. And then he throws glitter in the air.
They did. Yoshi P was at a keynote today at, it was some convention, but he basically said we've started work on 6.0, and my head just exploded. And he was like,
in Japan Expo in France, I think.
yeah, and he was like, what jobs would you all want to see? And the audience said chemist and beast tamer, so come on, chemist.
I don't think Beast Tamer will ever happen.
I mean, Beast Tamer is confirmed to be a limited job if they ever add it, so we're gonna get another limited job this expansion sometime. We are.
Hey, remember when Blue Mage got left behind?
Blue Mage is getting updated in 5.1.
Oh, is it?
Yeah,
I
they're
wish it wouldn't.
they're updating it to level 60, and you can learn abilities from the Heavensward areas.
Sounds like
Oh
Blue
boy, I can't wait to learn level 5 Death from the books in Great Google Library so I can go into Alexander and just blow it up. Savage content, more like level 5 Death.
Hey, maybe I'll finally clear A12S.
Just one shot Alexander.
Be a great way to farm the glamour.
Yeah, that's probably why they're doing it. I mean, limited jobs in this game, I feel like they could work, but there's so little content for them right now, it feels like it shouldn't be in the game. It needs, what if they started making content that only Blue Mage and, Beast Tamer could queue into at the same time, and you'd, do your own little content?
That'd be cool.
that'd be
Instead
cool.
of just like the solo journey.
Or like let Blue Mage and Beast Hammer go into like POTD together or Heaven on High. You know? Just let them play.
Well, let them do something.
Basically.
Because right now they don't do it. Like, Blue Mage is like worthless.
It's not worthless. There's some really janky stuff you can do with it if you do it right, but it's just hard. But
Like self-destruct to get onto vistas.
yeah.
That is really.
We'll see what they do though. I do remember Yoshida saying at one point if like they can't get Blue Mage off the ground and it's just not working, they'll probably just rework it into an actual class. But I feel like that won't happen because there are it's just like Eureka at this point. There are some people who genuinely enjoy how it is right now and they probably won't want to take it away from them. We'll see. But I think we're done. We kind of got through everything. Do you guys have anything else in the story you want to talk about? We just basically went through the whole thing.
Titania being really cool.
No.
The twinning.
The twinning. The twinning music.
The twinning. The twinning.
Just all of
The
the
best
music.
Oh,
This expansion
Great.
has been really good overall.
I've had fucking the emmet-selch fight music playing on my phone constantly because it's so fucking good.
Remember
tomorrow
how
and tomorrow.
someone I
Great.
need someone to edit that song and put "Remember That We Lived" in somewhere in that song.
LOL.
And then I just cry. All right, I'm gonna close the podcast here. We've been on for 2 hours. Wow. Did it take 2 hours? It did. Did it feel like 2 hours?
No.
Not really.
No, not really.
I was having a good time.
I'm over here farming, making money.
I'm doing
Oh.
dailies for the first time in fucking years.
Listen, I've made over 5 mil in 2 days.
Lol. Alright. Signing off. I'll see you guys.
Bye.